Give Next is a school-based program letting middle and high school students participate in projects to help the community.
Give Next is a program run by the Bohemian Foundation and the Community Foundation of Northern Colorado.
We are the Fox Crew, a group of students in 6th through 8th grade. We spent the 2019-2020 school year learning about philanthropy, doing a service project, organizing a fundraiser, and interviewing nonprofits whose projects fit our mission statement.
We'd like to thank Give Next donor who generously funded our grant. We'd also like to thank Domino's Pizza, Lossel's Lair, Rhythm FX, and local artist Kat Gilio for the support.
The Give Next kickoff event was on October 1st, 2019. I liked the part where we got to see all the nonprofits, and it was fun because we got to learn about how the nonprofits got their money and how they run their business. This event helped me to understand a little more about how the nonprofits are put together and organized.
It was meant to help us understand what philanthropy is, why it is important, and what nonprofits do. We did this so we could get a good idea about what we should make our mission statement about and what nonprofits we should target.
These nonprofits help people with services that can donate food, shelter, clothes, and many more things. The CSU Give Next kickoff event helped us introduce ourselves to the nonprofit community so that we can understand their needs. It is helpful to be face-to-face with them so that we can ask more detailed questions in order to make the best decision.
Before we could do anything with Give Next, we had to write a mission statement to help guide our project. A mission statement is important because it helps focus a project from a broad idea to a more narrowed focus. Our crew knew we wanted to support a nonprofit that dealt with environmental issues, but that's a pretty broad topic. By writing a mission statement, we were able to take that broad focus and narrow it into a more specific focus. We referred back to our mission statement when we were interviewing nonprofits to see which one was the best fit for our project.
Throughout the winter, we had multiple nonprofits come to our school and visit. The nonprofits would come and would talk about their project, business, and ideas. Then our class would ask questions about Give Next and the project. This was important because we were able to make educated decisions about the nonprofits we wanted to fund, and we had background information about the project. We were able to ask all the questions we wanted and get all the information we needed to make our decision. Thank you, all the nonprofits that volunteered their time and worked with our class.
We did a respite care service project. Our crew went to respite care and visited their learning garden. This garden is designed for kids with different disabilities.
We got to play with the pebbles, which are the youngest group, and paint decorative rocks with them.
We wanted our service project to be about kids and nature, since that is the main focus of our mission statement.
We also decided to have a Give Next fundraiser to increase the amount we could donate to nonprofits. We voted to have an 80s arcade-themed blacklight dance. We worked hard to create our own decorations that would glow in the dark, and every student had jobs to do during the dance. Our dance was very successful. A lot of kids came, we had a lot of fun, and we are very proud of how everybody worked together to accomplish our goal. By the end of the night, we raised $1,000 to add to the $5,000 from our donor, giving us a total of $6,000 to donate to local nonprofits.
Heart J Center for Experiential Learning is a place that people and kids can go to learn and be outside. People can learn about geology, animals, and plants at Silverdale Ranch.
Their grant proposal was to help kids that attend Title I schools to come to Silverdale Ranch. Our mission statement has to do with getting people out into nature to learn about it and themselves.
We are awarding Heart J $3,000 to help 6 low-income schools to take them to Silverdale Ranch for a fun and informative field trip. We hope the grant can teach lots of kids about nature and the outdoors.
Hi, I'm Laura Armstrong. I'm Executive Director of the Heart J Center for Experiential Learning at Silverdale Ranch, and we're thrilled to be a Give Next recipient. Thank you so much. You've made it possible for us to serve all of the Title I schools in Fort Collins in the fall with outdoor education field trips, which gets kids outside, gives them a chance to explore nature and learn about fun stuff outside. So thank you so much for doing that. We love working with the Give Next program at Polaris, and also are thrilled to work with Polaris on all sorts of outdoor education activities, adventures, exploring the outdoors. So thank you so much for making that possible to share that with other kids in Poudre School District, the ones from Title I elementary and middle schools. Thank you. We appreciate you.
National Association for Interpretation is partnering with Bird Conservancy of the Rockies, Coalition for the Poudre River Watershed, Poudre Heritage Alliance, and Wildlands Restoration volunteers to plan a local event promoting education about the Poudre River as an ecosystem and resource. They asked for a grant to pay for educational signs to be displayed at Poudre River Fest to educate people about the Poudre River watershed. We chose to fund National Association for Interpretation because their project aligned with the part of our mission statement about environmental education.
Hi, my name is Laura Quattrini. I work for Bird Conservancy of the Rockies, and I sit on the planning committee for the Poudre River Fest. On behalf of the planning committee, I would like to thank Polaris Expeditionary Learning School, specifically the Fox team, for your generous donation of $600. Those funds will be used to help us create some educational signage that we'll be able to post around the festival. And while celebrating the river, the mission of the festival is to educate people about all of the benefits that the river brings to our communities, and hopefully to inspire people to action, whether that's restoration work or activism, or maybe even just keeping the river clean. Thanks again, and have a great summer.
Colorado Youth Outdoors is a nonprofit that takes kids into the outdoors to improve self-efficiency, self-esteem, and relationships with others. Their grant proposal was for continued programmings, such as outdoor instructors and replacing recreational equipment. It connects to our mission statement since it teaches kids using nature. We are proud to award $1,000 to Colorado Youth Outdoors. We hope this donation will strengthen this nonprofit's efforts to positively impact kids and their relationship to the outdoors.
Respite Care is a nonprofit that works with children ages 0 through 21 who have developmental disabilities. Respite Care wanted to expand and beautify Katie's garden, a garden donated by one of their families after their child, Katie, passed away. We wanted to fund this project because our mission statement is about enriching experiences in the outdoors. We feel that a garden for children fits that perfectly. We are proud to award $1,400 to Respite Care. We hope that the money will be used to beautify Katie's garden and create a better outdoor learning environment.
I'm Lauren Wynot, the Development Director from Respite Care. We're so grateful that the Fox crew has selected Respite Care as a grant recipient this year. We know that choosing agencies to fund is not easy because there are so many worthy organizations in our community. This specific grant will go toward enhancing our garden at Respite. We have a garden in which our kids can learn and explore. Our kiddos spend a lot of time doing activities in the garden during the summer months. This grant will help us install a shade sail over the sandbox, as well as provide new sandbox toys. We'll be able to paint our fence posts around the garden, and we'll be able to put a fresh coat of paint on our playhouse as well. This will also help us buy fertilizer, plants, and seeds for our spring planting. We'll also be able to install additional drip water lines to our raised beds. All of these improvements will help to make sure our garden is the safest, most engaging environment it can possibly be for our kids. On behalf of our team, our kiddos, and our families, we would like to give a huge thank you to Polaris, as well as Bohemian Foundation, Community Foundation of Northern Colorado, the Give Next Advisory Committee, and all the donors who make this program possible. Thank you for choosing to fund Respite Care, and have a great rest of your semester while staying safe at home. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Matt Strand, and I am the proud sponsor of the Fox Crew Give Next project. We have a saying at Polaris Expeditionary Learning School: we are crew, not passengers. It's a reminder that we are needed. We all have a role to play. We all have something to contribute, and there is important work to do. GiveNext has been a powerful vehicle for building community through shared purpose, especially when donors provide students with the means to have a positive impact on our community. As evidenced in this presentation, we accomplished a lot in the 2019-2020 school year, and I know my students have been transformed by this experience. Back in March, as we were making our final decisions about our grant awards and the programs that were the best fit for our mission statement, we were also coming to grips with the emerging realities of COVID-19, or the coronavirus. My students, newly empowered by philanthropy, debated how we might help those in our community being impacted by this health crisis. But our mission statement articulates other community needs, so we were torn. In the end, we decided to stick to our responsibilities as grant makers and our mission statement. But it is clear that more than ever, the students of the Fox Crew want to improve lives. They are realizing that community issues are pervasive and extremely difficult to solve. But the needs of a community change, and therefore we must adapt. We are proud of our work in serving our mission statement and the mission of GiveNext, and I am very proud of my students and their concern for our community. And that is why I am donating my teacher-directed GiveNext grant, a total of $1,000, to the Northern Colorado COVID-19 Response Fund. This fund, recently established by the Community Foundation of Northern Colorado and United Way of Larimer County, addresses the diverse and complex impacts of the pandemic. My donation targets COVID-19 related community health needs, supports our healthcare workers, and helps relieve food insecurity for those experiencing hardship due to the coronavirus. This donation is being made in honor of the real-world learning that my students have gained as participants in GiveNext. I would like to conclude by thanking the GiveNext Advisory Committee, the Community Foundation of Northern Colorado, the Bohemian Foundation, the nonprofits in our community who work so hard to serve others, and especially our donors who made this learning possible. Thank you.